What it do, my Elvis fans? I'm back. Tired, but I'm back. And we're here to do another reaction. We're gonna do Ashley's Adventures. I saw a title and it said "Girl mails herself to Graceland." How interesting can that be? You know what I mean? Um, Remember, Ashley's link will be in my description. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. Notification bells on so you get all her great content. If you're new around here, subscribe to my channel. Notification bells on so you get all the videos. Let's just get right into it. Welcome back, detectives. I love it.
Hi, detectives. Today we're going to talk about a young woman that mailed herself to Graceland to meet Elvis. But before we get started, go ahead and click subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and share it.
I'm gonna pause it until y'all do. Go ahead. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Go subscribe to her channel. Like and share it to all platforms. She also has a Facebook too. Hurry up. I'm waiting. Oh, you done? Okay. Remember, guys, subscribe to her channel, guys. Link is in the description.
Wherever there are Elvis fans. Okay, let's dive in. Aricia Benson, also known as Honeybee, was a 17-year-old college freshman from Greenville, Mississippi. Her and her friends were huge Elvis fans who wanted to do something special for his 40th birthday in January 1975. Aricia and her friends Debbie and Patsy spent weeks scheming to come up with the perfect plan that would allow them to meet Elvis. Finally, Aricia came up with the idea to mail herself, along with one friend, in a wooden crate labeled Russian wolfhounds.
Hold on, but is that possible? You can mail yourself? The fuck? I mean, of course with dogs you can. But do they check the packages? What the hell?
In order to get past the guard and into the house. She wanted to be the maverick to introduce him to her friends. The girls got to work. They had a crate built in Indianola, Mississippi, big enough for two, which ended up being 50.
Yo, this is amazing how Ashley gets a story like this. Like, in my right mind, like, hear a story like this about Elvis and a girl mails herself to Elvis. It's like how she get the story. It's amazing. You know what I mean? The stuff that she finds. True historian right there.
By 34, by 22. They raised money amongst their classmates to cover the cost of shipping the crate to Graceland, which was around $55.
What?
Aricia even contacted a veterinarian
now that's just like $1,500.
To forge paperwork claiming there really were two dogs inside the crate, but he refused to have anything to do with it. So Aricia forged the paperwork herself. Shipping day came and all the girls met at a friend's house in Memphis. They attached a big bow to the crate and called REA Express to come pick up the package. Then, Aricia and her friend Patsy were sealed inside. When the delivery driver arrived, he had some issues loading the crate into the truck.
It's heavy.
When he requested to let the dogs out for easier transport, the friend outside said, "No, they're real mean." At this, Aricia started sniffing the edges of the crate to make it more believable. The girls rode around on the delivery route for 4 hours before they finally reached the Graceland gates.
What?
The driver got out and spoke to Uncle Vester Presley, who was the guard on duty.
He got his
Vester
guard
called up to the
uniform
house
on
and was told they're not interested because Aunt Delta already has too many dogs. The crate remained unopened and then loaded back onto the truck.
What? Another
After
4 hours?
The crate was loaded upside down with no obvious care, the girls began to panic that they would be brought to the pound, or even worse, dumped into the river.
Wow.
They kicked the sides of the crate until the wood finally snapped and they escaped. However, they were still stuck in the back of a moving delivery truck. So they knocked on the partition to get the driver, Sam's, attention, who was so startled he drove into a ditch. Somehow, the girls convinced him to turn around and go back to Graceland and help them convince the guard to let them in. They got back to the gates where their friends had been waiting and witnessing the entire ordeal. Sam pleaded with Vester, pointing out they came all the way from Mississippi and went through all this trouble just to meet Elvis. Instead of kicking them off...
Listen, yo. If you go through all that trouble just to meet your idol, listen. You're welcome in my house. Shit. You nearly died just to see your idol. Oh, man.
Off the property or calling the police.
See, this is why I watch Ashley. Because, like I said, I'm having not a bad day, but a down day because of work. I worked all day. I'm tired. I'm watching Ashley and I'm smiling. I'm happy now, you know? Appreciate it.
Vester called the press, and luckily for us, he did, so we can enjoy this story.
Hell
Aricia
yeah.
gave an interview to the Associated Press, which was
Oh,
published
okay.
in newspapers across the country.
But Ashley, how do you find this stuff, yo? You're a genius, homegirl. Jesus Christ. I'm glad I found you. Like, once again, thank you, Sammy.
Here's Aricia on the left. When asked why she
Oh,
did all
shit.
this, she responded,
Oh, is that you, Ashley?
I'm not in love with him or anything. I just wanted to say hi to him. How did they survive in there for hours? We took a deck of cards and a couple of peanut butter sandwiches, but I just prayed the whole time. We played cards for a while, but after they turned the box upside down while loading it, I was scared. Sam, the driver, says, I think it was wonderful. I'll tell you one thing about those little angels. They were sweet. Crazy thing is, this isn't the end of the story. Aricia then spent the night in the guard shack on the couch. Here's a picture of her sleeping in there.
Yo, that's freaking awesome.
The next day, she waited to catch a glimpse of Elvis.
They actually let her
hanging out
stay
with
there?
Guard Fred Stoll, who let her operate the gate for Elvis's associates coming and going.
That's awesome.
The girl called her grandmother back in Mississippi to let her know where she was.
Even Elvis' uncle had a good heart. You know what I mean? He know how much Elvis fans mean to him, to Elvis himself.
Her grandmother asked her why she does these things. Aricia answered, well, Grandmama, I thought you might think it was kind of funny. What
Shit, I
happens
think that was
next
pretty cool.
is really strange. According to a 2012 interview titled Honeybee Mailed to Elvis Presley by Beverly Ford, a car pulled up and told her to get in. They took her to Denny's for a meal, then dropped her
Denny's.
back off at the guard shack.
One of my favorite late
She
night
learned
spots.
later that Elvis had asked someone to check her out and make sure she wasn't crazy. A little while later, a call came in inviting her up to the house. This was finally her big moment.
Oh man,
She got
must
permission
have
to
been
invite her
happy.
friends and quickly called them to come meet her. While the girls did spend time in the house, Elvis never showed.
Oh
Then
damn.
Aricia only was extended an invitation to stay for dinner by Vernon.
Damn, Elvis, you did them girls like that dirty? My boy Elvis, man. I know you probably were busy and stuff like that, but you don't do that, Elvis. Come on now. Yo, they traveled a long way to see you, Elvis.
Again, she called her grandmother and got permission. But still, Elvis didn't show. Saying all this, I feel like I'm telling you the story of the hungry caterpillar. When she returned to school, local newspapers wanted the
Never
scoop.
showed.
Did she meet Elvis? What was Graceland like? Aricia lied and said she didn't get into Graceland. She explained she didn't want to invade Elvis's privacy. A week later, she found roses in her dorm from Elvis.
Ooh.
She thinks it was because he respected her decision not to discuss his home. Then she
Good.
received a phone call inviting her back to Graceland. At this point, she had been stood up too many times. She told the caller if Elvis wanted to invite her, he can call her himself. So he did.
Ooh.
Elvis called, and again she got permission from Grandma and went back to Graceland. According to her, this was the start of a lifelong friendship. She said he was so funny and such a wonderful person. So what happened to Aricia Honeybee Benson? She enjoyed a career in modeling, doing commercials for Nivea, Ford, and was on the cover of several magazines.
Damn,
While
okay,
on a
girl.
modeling assignment in Europe, she went on a blind date with a man who turned out to be a very handsome Spanish count. She moved to Spain to marry him
Spanish.
and has since
You know
returned
the
to the United
Spanish
States.
guys, you know that.
And that is it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe for more adventures.
Definitely subscribe, guys. Like I said, yo, she puts a smile on your face, man. And you get to learn stuff about Elvis, you know? She's amazing, guys, you know what I mean? You guys, please, her link will be in my description. Subscribe to her channel. You will not regret it. She has awesome content. If you're new, subscribe to my channel with notification bells on so you don't miss a video. And you know, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.